Listen, baby, come on in here and have a seat. Let me talk to you for just a minute, sis. Let me talk to you for just a minute, bruh. If you did not know, I want you to know on today, baby, that you got the juice. We're going to get straight into this thing. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome to the channel, y'all. Over here is all gas, no brakes. We're putting our foot on the enemy's neck and we're not letting up. Those of you that are returning, y'all already know. I love y'all so much. Thank you for your PayPals, your Cash Apps, your Super Thanks, your thumbs up, your love, your support. Continuing to show up each and every single time that I show up. Please know I appreciate you all so much, y'all. We're going to get into this thing because I want you to know you got the juice. First of all, let me just tell y'all, I had a vision, I believe like yesterday, where I was sitting, but it looked like an orange, like instead of it being my head, it was an orange, but God was showing me like different straws just being poked down into the orange. That's where I got that you are the juice, baby. This orange that I'm talking about, you are the vitamin C to somebody's life, baby. You are the kryptonite to somebody. You need to know right now that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So let's get into the scripture, y'all. Psalms 139:14. I praise you. This is the NIV version because I like the way it's being said. So I want to give it to you just like that. It says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Let me read it again. Psalms 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Baby, listen, you know darn well now that you got the juice. You know now because of the things that you've overcome, the things that you've experienced, how you've gotten the knowledge that you have the juice. Some of you are completely just so knowledgeable because of the things that you've gone through. And there are other individuals who's poking in your head, wanting to siphon that knowledge, wanting to take away what God has told you, wanting you to be fearful of what God is telling you to do. But on this day, I'm telling you that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. There's no need for you to be in fear about nothing that God has told you to do. There's no need for you to be in fear about stepping into this big energy, this big boss energy. There's no fear about you healing. There's no fear about what you've gone through, who you are, your past. None of that has nothing to do with where you are right now. I'm coming to affirm and confirm you and tell you, baby, you got the juice. And if you didn't know, now you know. When I was writing this scripture down, I saw on my phone, I had 15 missed calls and then 51 messages, unread messages. Y'all, this is an old phone. I haven't been checking it like that. So that's why it's so many. But somebody may be able to resonate with that. 1551. That was the number, baby. Whoever you are now realizing that you really do have the juice. And everybody won't agree with that. But guess what they got to do? Respect it. Because now you're in a season where you're just unbothered. You're not fearful at all. I want to also tell y'all this. Y'all know I hadn't shared too much of what I've been going through, but I told y'all I'm going through this transition and I'm releasing things that possibly made me feel like I couldn't move forward. Even if it's things that I want to do on this platform, if it's things that I want to do, date, whoever it is, whatever it is, I'm literally stepping out of that. And y'all, I could feel the energy. So I just want to actually talk about that just for a minute before we get into, the core of this message. Y'all, I could feel right now, my body feels as if there's something being lifted. Like, yes, I'm moving my hands. Yes, I'm talking. Yes, I'm doing all these things. But there was one season where it felt completely restricted. And I'm saying this so that you all can know and understand that this energy thing is real. When people are fearful of you, they're fearful of the fact that you can move forward. They're fearful of the fact that you can love and be loved. They're fearful of the fact that you really understand now who you are. And if you don't, I told you, you're stepping into this thing now where you really are tapping in and tuning into you. So y'all listen, your hands, whoever you are, and I'm speaking of myself too, because this is my story. When people look at you or people look at me, sometimes they may look and it looks like you're nervous or it looks like I'm nervous. I'm fearful of something. But what's happening is that this old energy is being released from me. There's no fear. There's no intimidation. There's nothing about what I'm doing that's going to stop me or they're going to stop me. You need to understand when people come into your life, they want to tie your hands up. They want to tie your mouth up. They want to tie your feet up. They want you to be fearful of who God has called you to be. But baby, you got the juice. And right now it is spilling over. They cannot keep you dried up, tied up, stopped up. None of that. This season right here, God is about to pour out his blessings on you and it's going to be unstoppable, unmovable. Listen, baby, you got favor upon your life that can't nobody explain. And right now you're stepping into this big boss energy. Listen, whoever I'm talking to, let's get into this thing, y'all. You got big feet. It's Bigfoot. This was the first message God gave me, or the first word. Y'all listen, if you're new to this channel, I write on these index cards and I allow the Spirit to speak to me and through me regarding your situation. So if it resonates, then it's for you. If it don't, then come back tomorrow, baby, and you may be for you. But today, I'm talking to those of you who got the juice. Those of you who are realizing now I am the one in the two. Those of you who are not fearful to step into this big boss energy, to know that God has truly called you to do better and be better. God has called you to a new relationship. God has called you to a new position. God is saying, you know what? This is a new turnaround now. I need you to step into this thing and own it. I'm talking to you, baby. So this Bigfoot, this is the movie 2015. I just wrote it down. This Bigfoot has come to town of Elwood City and is causing big problems. Whoever you are, baby, because you're stepping into this big energy, because you have this juice, because you know who you are, listen, you are causing big problems for individuals who are insecure. You are causing big problems for people who don't know who they are, who trying to figure themselves out. But I want you to understand this thing, that when you step into this big boss energy, when you start realizing you really got the juice, people are going to feel that way, and they're supposed to, because you're a leader, you're a light worker, you're a trailblazer, you're somebody who's supposed to be in the forefront, and you're supposed to show everybody else behind you this is what it is and this is what is not. So now you're understanding that about yourself, and guess what? You can start giving that to other people. I told you the juice is running over, baby. Some people are going to be stuck in this season getting the breadcrumbs, though. As you sit at the table and the crumbs fall off, they're going to be licking that up off the floor like dogs, because that's how they wanted you to be. They wanted you to be panting after them. They wanted you to be in confusion. They wanted you to be trying to figure out your next. But God is saying, you know what? I'm removing the fog, baby. The juice is you. They have put straws in your head, trying to suck out your energy, trying to suck out your knowledge, trying to suck out the very thing that God has anointed you with. Whatever you're doing, whoever you are, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. So everything about you is unique. You're a magical person. People know that about you. When you come in, you rearrange things, you shift the atmosphere. People know that when you speak, that things happen. People know that when you show up, and I'm telling you, you're in that Bigfoot energy now, because you're causing big problems around you. And it's not even a problem to you, it's a problem to them. We have to start understanding that when people start feeling some type of way about your greatness, about your beauty, about the way that you show up, it's not a you thing, it's a them thing. So it's a big problem for them. You have to understand that and know that in this season, nothing about you, sweetheart, is a mistake. Nothing about you is ugly. Nothing about you can make anybody or make you stop or whatever it is. Because I'm telling you, the moment you start realizing your worth, the moment you start understanding who you are, the moment you really understand your assignment on this earth, it's going to cause some problems, and people won't understand it. So they'll try to tie you up. They'll try to back you up in the corner. They'll try to make you feel bad. They'll pinpoint all your flaws. Listen, they'll talk about your past. They'll do the absolute most just to keep you tied up, wrapped up mentally. And God is saying, you know what? I need you to know you are the vitamin, baby. These individuals don't know that you're feeding them vitamin C. You're feeding them what they need to grow and to grow up, to grow and to grow up. And some of you, you've been doing that for so long, and you probably feel drained about that. You feel like, I'm tired of giving to people. I'm tired of showing up for people. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Listen, when you start showing up, listen, know it's for you. It's not for anybody else. When you show up for you. So regardless of the outcome, regardless if they accept you or not, regardless if they love you or not, listen, baby, you still have done what you were supposed to do. You still walked out untouched. You still walked out, your heart still good. Listen, you can still love. You can still smile. You can still apply for that next job. Somebody may have gotten fired from your last position and you feel like that was your dream job. It was not. It was only for you to get through experience. It was only for you to step into that job and rearrange some things. Start opening up people's mind to something new. That's what you were supposed to do. And the moment you stepped your foot in that facility, the moment you step your foot at that event, the moment you go to the barbecue, the moment you go to the grocery store, every time you step your feet on this ground, I'm telling you right now, it's Bigfoot energy. You cause big problems, and you don't do it on purpose. It's just you and who God has called you to be. It's you living in your authenticity. It's you knowing how to love yourself first. It's you being open to loving other individuals freely. Listen, let me tell you, you got the juice. Whoever you are, however you're showing up, whatever you're doing, you got the juice. Don't let anybody suck you dry of that. They will suck you dry and try to break you down. I'm telling you, bit by bit, if you allow it. I want to read the scripture again. Psalms 139. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. You know that now full well. So guess what? You can step into that thing unbothered. You can step into that thing not being intimidated. You can step into that thing knowing, yeah, I got the flaws. Yes, I've done X, Y, Z. But guess what? I've been called to this position. So I'm going to sit down, baby, and I'm going to own it. Period. Whoever you are, big lanes, baby. It's no longer a one-way street for you. Whoever you are, you're stepping into big lanes. Somebody tried to put you into a one-way street. They wanted you to stay where they wanted you to stay. They wanted to control you and tell you who you can date. They wanted to control you and tell you what kind of job you should apply for. They wanted to control you and tell you about your entire life when God is saying, no, but I have plans for this one. And my plans is that my collective, my chosen one, my viewer prosper. That's scripture. And I love it. That's why I always reference it, because sometimes we forget. We put our trust in man and we forget that God has already said his plan for us is to prosper. So if his plan is for us to prosper, who is man to try to tie us down? Who is man to try to tell us what to do? Who is man to try to dictate our path? Your lanes are being opened now, baby. It's about to be a four-way street. You're going to be able to cross over wherever you decide to cross over, because whoever I'm speaking to, you've done the work. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're talented. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're anointed. Whoever I'm speaking to, everything you've gone through in your past has allowed you to sit in a position, in a space, in a place mentally and emotionally to be in these big lanes. Some people don't like that, but they have to respect that, because that's who God is calling you to be. Everything about you, baby, is big. When people start talking about your little this, your little that, guess what? They're validating the fact you're big. I have gone through some individuals and some people that are completely, y'all, I'm telling you, tried to break me down, but God has really rearranged this thing now to every flaw, everything they tried to project onto me. God has wiped it clean, but also has shown me that I can stand in that, all of my flaws, and be who he has called me to be, because he created me that way. If my feet look crazy, if I look crazy, if I talk crazy, whatever it is, it don't matter. Baby, I'm stepping into these big lanes and it's no longer a one-way street. Somebody has been in a relationship where it may have been a one-way street, and God is saying, I'm moving you up out of that. This next relationship, baby, listen, you're going to have options. Whoever I'm speaking to, baby, I don't know why we're talking about this, but you're going to have options. I was about to say I'm going to go ahead and put myself in there. You're going to have options. Options in this next season. And people may look at you and think you out here doing the absolute most. But listen, you have gone through a season where you reserved yourself. You've gone through a season where you really did the work. You allowed yourself to be healed because you didn't want to put any more trauma or any drama on nobody else. You made sure that your cup was full before you stepped out on this field, before you stepped out into the dating field, before you stepped out and started befriending people. And I'm telling you right now, God is opening up that window for you. God is opening up that lane for you. And you're going to have options in your gifts. You're going to have options in your connections. You're going to have options in your jobs. You're going to have options in this season. You're walking into big lanes, big energy, big boss, big foot, big mouth, big head, big everything, baby. Whatever they want to say about it, tell them I'm doing it big in this season. Do it big, do it big. Somebody's going to do it big in this season. And it's because of what you've gone through. It's because of what you've overcome. It's because who God has called you to be. Baby, you got that big orange head right now. And God is continuing to give you knowledge. God is continuing to give you strength. God is continuing to heal you. And the more he do that, the more you can give it to other people. But I want to tell you right now, be mindful of who you give it to. Because I told y'all I have gone through a lot. And I'm telling you right now, even as I give this word, the energy I feel is lifting up off of me. But they still try. The devil will still try to beat you down, suck you dry, make you feel fearful, want you to stop talking. But we're not doing that anymore. This season right here, baby, everything is big. When you think about doing your projects, when you think about going to your job, when you think about loving people or being loved, it needs to be big energy, baby. If you giving big love, whoever you giving it to need to give it back to you in that same way. If they not, they have to go. Everything, I'm telling you, is so big about you. Your personality is big. Everything. God is wanting you to step into that thing and own it. Because sometimes when we're called to this chosen thing, when we're called to this path, y'all, we can be, I don't want to say intimidated, but we can be in a season where we just play it so humble. We play it so small. We play it so meek because we feel like that's the road we have to take, because individuals feel insecure about our big goals, our big dreams, our big personalities, who God has called us to be. So instead of us, ruffling feathers, instead of us constantly trying to explain things, instead of us constantly trying to, whatever, making other people feel uncomfortable, whatever, we take the lane of the one-way street. But that is over now. God is saying you can no longer walk in that small lane. You can no longer do that because you're expanding. So if you continue to stay on that one-way street, you'll realize that your truck too big, baby, to be on that street. Some vehicles cannot go on certain lanes. Them big trucks cannot go under certain bridges. They know they too big to fit under there. That's the same thing with you, baby. I'm telling you right now, everything about you is changing, has changed, and it's magical. You are somebody's vitamin, baby. You are some people's vitamin. And sometimes as kids, because that's how they operate, you got to treat them like that. Sometimes they don't want to take their vitamins. So you have to force it to them. You got to break it down, make it plain, and then feed it to them. Somebody don't realize that you're force feeding them. Somebody don't realize that you've broken down the food so that they can eat it. They still trying to come against you, still trying to talk about you, not realizing that you're trying to be gentle with them. You're trying to feed them. You're trying to love them. But God is saying that's it. That's all. These individuals have already gotten all the milk, all the applesauce, and everything else they needed. It's time for you now to put the focus on you. Start eating up your own plate. Start riding your own lane. Start stepping on the enemy's neck just like he's called you to do, baby. Big boss. Last one, big wheels. I was trying to figure out why God was giving me big wheels. We talking about you, but we also talking about individuals who are afraid of you stepping into your greatness. People who are afraid of your potential. People who are intimidated by you realizing, you know what? I do have knowledge. You know what? Yes, I did go through that breakup. Yes, I did get a divorce. But what I got out of all of that was wisdom. What I got all of that was greater love. What I got all of that was to know I don't have to settle. So listen, these individuals, we consider them quote unquote children at times. They may not be. They grown, y'all, because my channel is set for no kids. So if you're listening to this, I'm going to assume that you're grown, at least in age. But even if you're grown in age, some people are immature. So God gave me big wheels. And I'm like, but why? Y'all listen, big wheels, when I looked it up, it says chiefly U.S. informal, an important person, big wig, big shot. We talking about you, baby. These individuals wanted to come in on this big wheel and play crazy. They wanted to come in and be kids. They wanted to come in and ruff your feathers, get you all worked up mentally, emotionally, and get you off your path. But God is saying it's big wheels now. This thing is starting to turn. And they coming in with this childish energy, but they don't realize that you're an important person. You're a big wig, baby. You're a big shot. And even if you don't see yourself like that, they see you like that. And so because they see you like that, that's your validation to let you know, baby, I am that. Regardless, when people attack you and they talk about what you look like, when they attack you and your finances, when they attack you and they talking about, you know what, you can't get this job, this position, all it does is validate who you are. If you didn't know, look around the people that's doing the absolute most to you. And don't question why. Just let it be your validation that, yes, baby, I am all that. I didn't say it. I've been walking around humbly because all of us, I'm telling you, if you're a chosen one, I can guarantee you that you're extremely humble. But no matter how humble you are, somebody see you as a big wig, as a big shot. So they put you on that pedestal. And then when they put you on that pedestal, they turn around and break you down from that pedestal when you were already coming in at that humble state. So what they don't realize is that they're trying to break you down. But baby, you already been broken down by the Most High. He built you back up. So no matter what they do or say, your character is 100. And you standing on business in this season, regardless of how they play, regardless of how they try to talk about you, regardless of how they try to come against you. Listen, baby, you're a big wig, big shot, at least in their eyes. We don't have to walk around and try to act like we all of that and do the absolute most, because most of us don't have the time or the day for that. We full of love and we want everybody else to be seen, everybody else to be heard, everybody else to be appreciated. That's the energy that we come in because God built us up that way. That's how we operate. That's how we thrive. But now people are taking it as if you think you all that. Not realizing that God had to break you down and build your self-esteem back up, build your heart back up, build your platform back up, build your connections back up, show you how to love your family even when they don't love you, show you how to love other people even if they don't show you love, show you how to be cordial on these jobs even when the boss on your back all this time. Listen, somebody needs to know this right now. They on your back like that because they see you as competition. They see you as a big wig. They may have the boss position, but baby, your character, the way you show up, the way you operate, the way you do your job is showing up as a big wig, big shot. So no matter how much you try to play humble, people are always going to see you as that. So now God is saying, you know what? Own that. That don't mean you have to diminish them and talk about them and make them feel no type of way. But the moment you own it, they're going to automatically feel some type of way. That's why you're probably in that position now where you feel like people constantly doing things, talking about you, treating you this way, that way, because they see you like that. They see you like that. So God is saying, I need you to see yourself like that. And it's okay. Whoever I'm speaking to, it's okay to feel like that because we've been beat down for so long and tried to be humble for so long and tried to be meek for so long that we don't understand how to walk in these big shoes. We don't understand how to walk in these big rooms, these big spaces, these big lanes. We don't understand that. But God is wanting to teach you how to be that person. God is wanting to teach you how to go into the room and fill up the space. God is wanting to teach you how to sit in your seat, 10 toes down, stand on the ground, wherever he plants you. Stay there and own it, regardless of who's coming against you. They're coming against you because they feel intimidated. They feel like you're a big wig, a big shot. Period. That's what it is. And that's what it ain't. What it is that you're going into these big energies. What it ain't is that you're playing small. That's it. You got the juice, baby. You got the juice. And you need to know people, individuals, the enemy, the devil, whoever, just anybody. They could be of light, y'all, too. We got to start talking about these people that are of light, too, that got a problem with you stepping into your big energy. Because we all can eat, but some people don't see it that way. They feel like if you eat, that you're taking off their plate. But when you walking in the light, there's no need for us to compete. When you're under the kingdom, there's so much, sources and resources and whatever else you need for us all. So even as a light worker, even as a chosen one, even as somebody of the light, there could be another chosen one that feels some type of way about you stepping into your position. And it is what it is. It's okay for them to feel some type of way. They should feel some type of way. If you were in a position where you needed to step up your game, you should feel some type of way. Because listen, y'all, even though we feel like we're in that position, there's somebody above us that make us probably feel like that. Like, I need to step up my game. Not that you're sitting out being intimidated, not you feel like you got to compete with them, none of that. Whoever I'm speaking to, you know that when you see other individuals doing their thing, you can clap for them. When you see other individuals winning, you can clap for them. It's your motivation, not your competition. Somebody needs to understand that. And I know you do, chosen one, collective, viewer. That's your energy. But you can clap for them and also be 10 toes down about you and yours. You can show up to their wedding, baby, and you can be dolled up no matter how the other women feel like. Y'all, I don't even know where that's coming from. Because y'all know when you go to weddings, the bride, and I guess that's the thing, the bride don't want you to wear white and all of that. I remember one year I went to a wedding, my friend's wedding, and I came in there with a white dress. I was looking good, feeling good. And I thought it was after the fact that somebody was like, you shouldn't wear no white dress to a bride's, And I'm just like, but it's just, this is their day. I know that. I respect them. I give them all the respect they need, the time, the love, everything. Honestly, I was younger and I wasn't aware. I was just doing my thing. But when I talked to my friend about it, she was like, girl, I don't care. I don't care about that. Like, I got what I needed. My man at the altar, I'm already there. Why would I care about you wearing a white dress? Some people are childish like that, y'all. I don't even know where that came from. But when you go to your weddings, to these events, when you go wherever you go, when you get dolled up and dressed up, don't worry about nobody feeling no type of way about that. You're supposed to overdo it. You're supposed to be big. You're supposed to show up in that big energy because that's who God called you to be. And that's going to make some people step their game up. We talk about being chosen in the leaders. Y'all listen, we got to take this thing out the Bible and make it real. When you dress up and show up, that should make the other girlies want to do better. When you put your suit on as a man, that should make these other boys want to dress up and look, presentable. They should do that. That's a part of you being chosen. That's a part of you stepping into your big boss energy. That's a part of you setting the trail, doing whatever it is you need to do because you've been called to do that. It's time now for you to own that. You got the juice, baby. Whoever I'm speaking to, you got the juice. I'm going to close it out one more time, y'all. I got an oracle card. I told y'all, those of you that are new to the channel, or if you've been rocking with me, I am including one oracle card. It's an empath soul deck, y'all. I do have another deck, but God is showing me specifically. And when I say that, people start feeling some type of way. But I realize that I keep saying this word renegade. I'm not meant to stand inside a box. I'm not meant to be connected to just religion, quote unquote. I need to contact people that are outside that box. I need to love on people that understand that God can use this thing, that thing, and make it make sense. Those are the people that I'm called to, the people that people put the title underdog on. Listen, you're not that anymore. You're not. You need to know that I'm called to the people who may have had that title in the past, but baby, you're a heavyweight now. You're a heavyweight now. You're the dog in the fight now. You're not about all bark, baby. You biting in this season. You're biting in this season, and it's a big bite. You got to know that. So again, I'm stepping into a lane that may be unfamiliar to me, but I'm going to do it boldly. I don't sit on here and tell y'all to do things that I'm not doing or that I'm not going through. There are seasons that I have been broken down, baby. But now I'm in a position, no matter the results, I feel good about where I'm going. And I thank God for that. So let's go to the scripture again, y'all, and then to this one oracle card. Psalms 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. The oracle card, y'all, is prayer. Prayer is a dialogue with the universe. Express your wishes. Look at this lady sitting here. She looks so serene. She looks so peaceful. She looked like she know who she is. She looked like, you know what, no matter the chaos going on around me, I'm going to do my thing, period. And what's happening is that the sun, the Most High, the Most High, the sun, that looks like the S-U-N, but baby, the S-O-N is covering you. The S-O-N is protecting you. The S-O-N is upon your life, baby. And you better know in this season right here, no matter come hell or high water, God is going to make sure your transformation is going to be beautiful. Before you know it, that caterpillar season, if you feel like you're in that, baby, you're going to be coming out as a beautiful butterfly. I got to show y'all the card again. Look at it. It's orange butterflies. Listen, baby, this is your season. I want you to stay in that peaceful moment. Even when you step into this bold person, even when you step into your strength, into your authority, keep that peace. Keep that gratitude. Keep that humbleness. I tell people all the time, you can be humble and bold at the same time. We be humble before God and bold before the devil, because people show up in that devil energy. So you have to show up bold too. Even if you speak soft, even if you show up and you be like, you know what, I don't want to argue. Your presence is enough. You knowing who you are is enough. That put people in a place. When you know who you are, there's no need for me to sit up and tongue wrestle with you. For what? I know who I am. I don't have no need to try to tell you who I am, because what's understood don't need to be explained. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. Just be it, baby. Be that boss. Be that lover. Be that friend. Be that great coworker. Be that person, that leader that God has called you to be, and do it in a big way. However that look for you. God has qualified you, and man cannot deny it, no matter how much they try. God has qualified you, and man cannot deny it, no matter how much they try. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Again, thank you for your PayPals, your Cash Apps, your super thanks, your thumbs up, your love, your support. Continuing to show up each and every single time that I show up. Y'all, please know I appreciate you all. Those of you that's been rocking with me through the good, the bad, the good numbers, the bad numbers, whatever it is, I thank y'all for your presence. Please know I appreciate every single thing, y'all. Even if y'all just show up and put a comment, please know I appreciate it. I don't know if they got orange emojis, but if they do, baby, put them orange emojis down there. And if they don't, just put some hearts, y'all. We walking into this thing with love. We walking into this thing with peace. We walking into this thing with big energy. We gonna carry all these characteristics about us, make it sense and make it work for us. Period. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.